pleasant morning to everyone. For today, I will be presenting my case study about eudaimonia, social media addiction of teenagers. Social media is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thoughts, and information through the building of virtual networks and communities. By design, social media is internet-based and gives users quick electronic communication of content. Content includes personal information, documents, videos, and photos. Users engage social media via computer-based, tablet, or smartphone, via web-based software or applications. It is originated as a way to interact with friends and family, but was later adopted by business that wanted to take advantage of a popular new communication method to reach out to customers. The power of social media is the ability to connect and share information with anyone on earth or with many people simultaneously. Social media offers us greater convenience and connectivity, staying connected with family and friends worldwide via email, text, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and so on. It also gives quick access to information and research, online learning, involvement in civic engagement, like fundraising, social awareness, and provides a voice. And it gives opportunities for remote employment. Social media can be a good thing, but if teenagers ever feel uncomfortable about something they see or read on social media, they should trust their own feelings and talk to someone, a parent, teacher, or another trusted adult. Bullying, threats, and cruelty on social media are all signs that the person doing those things needs help. Along with the good comes the bad. With all of its benefits, the nature of social media presents a range of actual potential issues, such as social media itself is not the problem. It is the way people use it in place of actual communication on socializing friends. On social media may not actually be friends and may even be strangers. The more time spent on social media can lead to cyberbullying, social anxiety, depression, and exposure to content that is not age appropriate. Social media is addicting. When playing game or even accomplishing tasks, you seek to do it as well as you can. Once it is done, the brain will give you a dose of dopamine and other happiness hormones, making users happy. The same as when posting a picture on Instagram or Facebook, when all the likes, reaction, and positive comments pop up on the screen. It is subconsciously as a reward. But that's not all. Social media is a full modifying experiences. The fear of missing out or FOMO has become a common theme and often leads to continual checking of social media sites. This idea might miss out on something if not online can affect the mental health. Lastly, self-image issues. Social media sites provide tools that allow people to earn others' approval for their appearance and the positivity to compare themselves to others. It can be associated with body image concern, the selfie-holics, and people who spend most of their time posting and scrolling are the ones most vulnerable to this. In fact, most college girls who use Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at least 5 times a day are likely to link their self-worth to their looks. That doesn't mean that the main problem is social media. It only provides a medium for it, which further elevates the problem. It also promotes the same sort of behavior to others. Focusing on the impact of social media addiction on teenagers, social media addiction is a behavioral disorder in which teenagers became enthralled by social media and are unable to reduce or cease their consumption of social media despite clear negative consequences and severe drawbacks. While many teenagers engage in some form of social media on a daily basis, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and video games. Teenager social media addiction is characterized by the combination of an excessive media consumption, an increasing reliance on social media as a way to feel good, and an inability to stop or refrain this behavior despite suffering losses in friendship, decreased physical engagement, and a negative impact at school. Teenagers check their phones upwards of 150 times a day, and it's been well documented that the excessive access to social media and the obsession with online appearance had a significant impact on teens, including severe self-esteem issues and feelings of anxiety. Social media not only promotes decline in mental health for many teenagers, but it also becomes an easy outlet for online aggression and cyberbullying, further impacting a teenagers emotionally. An addiction to online media may lead a teenagers to struggle to engage with others on a normal level, as well as affect their academic performance and chances for a future. Addiction levels of social media use can also negatively impact existing relationships, leading many teenagers to struggle to maintain commitment to their partner or friends due to constant distraction and lack of attention. Virtue ethics is a philosophy developed by Aristotle and other ancient Greek. It is the keys to understand and live a life of a moral character. This character-based approach to morality assumes that we acquire virtue through practice. By practicing being honest, brave, just, generous, and so on, a person develops an honorable and moral character. Aristotle applied the same patient, careful descriptive approach to his examination of Nicomachean ethics, wherein the conditions under which moral responsibility may be ascribed to individual agents, the nature of the virtues and vices involved in moral evaluation, and the methods of achieving happiness in human life. The central issues for Aristotle is the question of character or personality. It is gained through practice and by copying moral exemplars until it is managed to internalize the virtue, becoming temperate by practicing temperance, courageous by practicing courage, and so on, that virtues becomes an habit. In Aristotelian ethics, eudaimonia is the condition of human flourishing or of living well. The conventional English translation of the ancient Greek term is happiness. It's unfortunate because no eudaimonia, as Aristotle and most other ancient philosophers understood it, does not consist of state of mind or a feeling of pleasure or contentment as happiness implies. One does not seek happiness for any reason besides to be happy. Aristotle derived that this is the essential goal of our lives and that this ought to be the framework for our ethical system. To achieve a state of eudaimonia, Aristotle followed with his conception of the golden mean, a general set of guidelines that outlines how man ought to act to achieve the state of eudaimonia. The golden mean postulates that it is better to live in such a way that you choose the middle of two possible extremes. As Aristotle eventually explains, the golden mean prescribes certain behavior on friendship. Aristotle outlines that there are three different ways in which friendship are pursued: to help each other achieve a state of eudaimonia, to take advantage of the other, or for the simple pleasure that someone may bring you. Obviously, Aristotle prescribes that we pursue friendship for mutual benefit of helping each other flourish as humans, to help each other pursue that state of eudaimonia. In our modern digital era of endless marketing possibilities, the rule of thumb is simple: act in such a manner that is mutually beneficial. An excellent mode of achieving mutually beneficial relationship is by effectively utilizing social media. Teenagers seek and find their happiness and state of satisfaction in social media. Researchers have found that for some teenagers, social media addiction helps boost their well-being. The addiction of social media may bring and link teenagers to risks of depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. The addiction may promote negative experiences such as inadequacy about life or appearance. The addiction of teenagers to social media must promote temperance with their usage. Clearly, the addiction of teenagers is bad for their mental health that may cause to negative experiences. Teenagers must limit and watch their usage to live in virtuous life. Social media grown tremendously this pandemic. More and more teenagers engage their life and depend their way of living to social media. Teenagers must use it appropriately in applicable time. The usage of teenagers to social media cannot hide the fact that they build Aristotle's virtue, eudaimonia, happiness that they are looking and longing for, as that they are looking, as well as rather as this build connectivity to their loved ones, like we were in the middle of pandemic. Social media made available to connect with them, regardless the distance they have, giving a satisfaction of safety, care, love, and happiness just by connecting with their loved ones. It also gives teenagers the attention they are longing for that only social media can give them. Teenagers must also look to what is good or bad, to what is right or wrong. Social media is building the connectivity with everyone. Amidst this pandemic, teenagers fulfill what they wanted to fulfill in their hearts, and that is a pure happiness that social media brought to them. Everything teenagers is to strive eudaimonia. Virtues guides teenagers to a healthy relationship to social media just by enough consumption. Living in accordance with virtue would lead an individual towards the good life.